What is going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Richie here live on Knicks Media to talk about the latest reports and news we've got in the offseason. Linked to more specifically OG Anunoby and Isaiah Hartenstein, because these are the two players, as we all know, that are not under contract for the Knicks, and every Knicks fan wants them both back. Now, will the Knicks be able to bring them both back? I for sure hope so. There is some optimism that it will happen, and we have some conflicting reports because I made a video a few days ago talking about that there's some people saying, and listen, this is where the offseason gets interesting. We don't know what report is reliable. We don't know who's telling the truth, who's just bringing up speculation, right? But according to Chris, who is very plugged in, and a lot of other Knicks beat reporters, the New York Knicks are very optimistic in retaining OG Anunoby. Okay, even though there was a report from Yahoo Sports saying that OG is going to test the open market to see some other options out there. So I think this is a positive report, and the Knicks are definitely trending towards bringing back OG Anunoby. And then when it comes to Isaiah Hartenstein, things remain the same. We all know that the Knicks are able to offer him around a 4-year, $72 million contract. That's like $18 million. That's the most that they can offer because they have his bird rights. But the only thing that's tricky is that another team can come in and offer Hartenstein $20 million per year, and it's going to be up to Hartenstein to make the decision. Does he want to come back or does he not want to come back? And that's what really we're up to date on. So the good thing is, the last time we talked, I was saying how there's some rumors swirling that OG may test the open market, even though I don't really have any concerns about OG leaving the Knicks, simply because his agent is literally Leon Rose's son, and Leon Rose understands that when you trade for a player like OG Anunoby at the trade deadline, or way before the trade deadline, that is, you got to lock him up to a long-term deal, because then that trade was for absolutely nothing, especially from a standpoint the Knicks did not win a championship this year, right? If the Knicks traded for OG, they win a chip with him, and then he moves on. It's like, okay, worth the trade, but you have to lock up OG Anunoby for the long term. Every Knicks fan understands that. The contract we're all expecting is between $35 million and $40 million annually, and I think that's worth it. I'm definitely, like, the one thing I'm concerned about is missing out on Hartenstein. I'm not too concerned about missing out on OG, because the reason is I have confidence. Like, the Knicks traded for Josh Hart. They gave him a contract extension. The Knicks are going to trade for OG and give him a contract extension, okay? I really have all the confidence in the world. The one thing I've learned about this Knicks front office is that they understand what continuity means. They take care of their own players. They gave Deuce McBride that contract extension. They gave Mitchell Robinson a contract extension. They even extended R.J. Barrett before he was obviously traded away. Okay, they gave Jalen Brunson, well, we'll see this summer. Hopefully he signs that extension. They re-signed Julius Randle to a second contract. Like, they like to extend their own players, and OG is the key to the Knicks. As you can see from Chris's tweet, the Knicks are 27-9 when Anunoby is on the court in the regular season and in the postseason. The Knicks are just a different basketball team with him. They are one of the best teams in the NBA. That's first seed stuff. If the Knicks started off the season with OG last year and he was healthy, imagine the Knicks with a 27-9 record. Not to say it's guaranteed everything happens that way, but can you imagine a healthy OG Anunoby with a healthy Knicks team starting off the season next year? Abso-freaking-lutely. I made a live stream a few days ago saying that the Knicks have to run it back, and I'm doubling down on that. There's no reason why the Knicks should not be doubling down and running it back with this Knicks team the way it already is assembled. You bring back OG, you bring back Hartenstein, you heal up. Jalen Brunson heals up that wrist. Julius Randle heals up the shoulder. And we run it out there with Brunson, Devo, OG, Randle, Hartenstein, with Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Mitchell Robinson off the bench. That's what I'm looking at it. Now, there's another report that I did want to mention, that the Knicks are unlikely to bring back Precious Achiuwa and Alec Burks, which is definitely, you can see that, because the Knicks cannot afford everybody. Okay, if you're going to re-sign OG, you're trying to re-sign Hartenstein, it's going to be hard to also re-sign those two players, Precious Achiuwa and Alec Burks. Two players that are not in the rotation unless there's injuries. It's going to hurt the depth for the Knicks, that's for sure. But I'm not too concerned missing out on those two players. I think the Knicks can fill in those two slots in the draft, because let's not forget the Knicks have a lot of assets in this year's draft. They can also use those picks to trade for veterans if they want, or they can actually get some draft picks in the building. And I would actually like the Knicks to keep that draft pick. Keep those first-round picks. I think the Knicks can find a late-round first pick in this year's draft. I know that this year's draft class is not deep. I understand that this is a very underwhelming class. But the Knicks have drafted well You know, they got Quentin Grimes late in the first round. They got Deuce McBride in the second round. They got Emmanuel Quickly late in the first round. Like, they can find talent. And if they can bring in a guy to just, like, develop, you saw how the Knicks developed Deuce McBride. You saw the Knicks develop Mitchell Robinson. And this is a team now where we can't afford playing rookies. Like, this isn't the same old Knicks where we draft a player in the lottery, he's the face of the Knicks, and he got to get all the minutes. No, that's not the case anymore. This team is loaded up, and it's a win-now team. But I think the Knicks, if they're smart, to plug in and replace a Burks and a Precious, you draft a player, and you have him not play, but you have him learn. Maybe go play in the G League, develop for the long term. Deuce McBride just finished his third season in the NBA. I think his development has been sensational. Same thing with Quentin Grimes when he was here. The Knicks are very underrated in terms of their development of their draft picks. And I think that the Knicks getting another player under a cheap contract that fits the system and fits the mold of what the Knicks are trying to do under head coach Tom Thibodeau, it'll be very smart. It will be very, very smart. Shout out to the chat, everybody. Spartans007 says, our bench next year going to be crazy. Yes, sir. I sure hope so. Paul is in the chat. We really need OG. Yes, we do, and we will get him for the long term. Kareem's in the chat. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Megan, go New York, go New York, go. Daniel, hey, guys. What's up, Daniel? Guys, don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the show. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. It's Memorial Day weekend. Let's go, baby. It's Memorial Day weekend. I wanted to go live with you guys a little bit before we got some Saturday plans. I'm going out to a winery for my friend's birthday tonight. Hope you guys are having a nice Saturday evening ahead. And always love to talk Knicks with you folks. Yuri's in the chat. Yo, what's up, man? Corey says, Richie, salute. OG and iHeart will stay. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. I have a lot of optimism. If the deciding factor for Isaiah Hartenstein is $2 million per year, I'm hopeful that he will take less to stay with the Knicks. I am. Because just a little update again of what Isaiah Hartenstein, what the whole debacle is with his contract. The Knicks have his bird rights, which means they can offer him up to a 4-year, $72 million contract, which is like $18 million per year. That contract allows the Knicks to exceed the limit. And another team can come out there with more cap space than the Knicks and offer him more money. So the question is, will Isaiah Hartenstein take less to stay home with the Knicks and build something special, or will he move on and get paid? It's in Hartenstein's court because the Knicks are going to offer him that. And they have a max they can offer him. It's not like they can offer him any more. So it really is going to be up to Hartenstein. And based off what I've seen, I think that he's going to stay. At least I hope so. They better get to the finals. I sure hope so. Realistic version. I see OG staying and Hartenstein leaving. Yeah, I mean, listen. In a perfect world, they both stay, but there is a chance that Knicks fans have to realize that it may not happen. I'm going to stay optimistic until proven otherwise. We got to run it back, keep the team together. Absolutely, Keith. You got to keep this team together. They are so loaded when healthy. I know when healthy is the big thing here. I know it is. I know it is, and we will. I am confident that the Knicks are going to figure it all out and get healthy and load up for this season. And Jalen Brunson, after getting that, I cannot believe his shooting hand is what broke. But it's okay. He's going to heal up. He's going to get that surgery. Randle got his surgery. Okay. Josh Hart's going to heal up those abs. Bojan Bogdanovic got his surgery. Mitchell Robinson. Oh, my God. How many more people? OG's going to heal up his hamstring. It's ridiculous how much injuries we really had, man. What are you doing for the holidays, Richie? I'm going to be, got a cabana over here with my family. So Monday, I'm going to go over there, be with the fam. At least Jalen skips the Olympics. I mean, he didn't even skip the Olympics. He wasn't picked for the Olympics, which is like, really? Really? You're not going to pick up Jalen Brunson? That's ridiculous. You got to pick up Jalen Brunson. But hey, I'm not complaining. I think he deserves the rest. He deserves the rest. He needs to heal up. Dante DiVincenzo might play for Team Italy, which is sick, by the way. Dante in Team Italy? I am buying that jersey so fast. Tell me that the Italian Dante DiVincenzo jersey is not going to be a top seller. I mean, what Knicks fan's not buying that? I mean, obviously not everybody's going to buy it. Your boy's going to buy it. Any Italian Knicks fan will be buying it. I know that, at least. Come on now. All right, folks, so that's the latest news. OG, I think, is going to come back, personally. Again, we had a conflicting report a few days ago saying that he's going to test free agency. And then we have another report saying, despite reports this week casting doubt on a deal between the two sides, sources say that OG Anunoby, his camp, and the New York Knicks expect that an agreement will be reached for the 26-year-old to stay in New York. That is what we like to see, baby. How are you guys feeling about the NBA playoffs, the conference finals? How about Luka Doncic, bro? How about Luka? I think the Celtics are sweeping the Pacers. Halliburton is injured. Man, it's interesting stuff. Now, if you guys want to check out the odds presented by the official sportsbook sponsor of Knicks Media for the conference finals, feel free to do so. All you guys got to do is click the link down below in the description to get your 125% bonus up to $2,500 on BetUS. You click the link, you open up an account, you make your deposit, you get free money courtesy of me and BetUS Sportsbook. You get a 125% bonus again on your first 3 deposits. They got a fast, reliable 24-hour withdrawal process, and they also have a 24/7-hour customer service. Please, guys, bet responsibly. I trust you all to bet responsibly with these excellent deals that I'm presenting to you. Now, the Celtics are 7-point favorites in Indiana. Without Halliburton, I mean, they're doomed. I got the Celtics winning in 4, honestly. Now, this is an interesting one because the Mavericks are up 2-0. Let's not forget what happened in the Western Conference semifinals between the Nuggets and the Timberwolves, right? Minnesota won the first 2 games in Denver and went up 2-0. Now, Dallas won the first 2 games in Minnesota, and they're up 2-0. I honestly think that this is Luka's year to get his ring, man. This is Luka Doncic's year to get the ring. They're 3-point favorites for tomorrow night's game in Game 3. I'm curious what the odds are for the championship because what's Dallas's odds? Damn, Dallas is at plus 230. The Pacers at plus 11,000. They got no hope. I'm rooting for Dallas, man. We obviously do not want the Celtics. I want the Celtics to beat the Pacers, but then I want them to lose in the finals. That's how I'm looking at it. So, yeah, Palikers with me. Dallas over Boston. That's what I'm looking at it. So shout out to BetUS, folks. If you want to check out BetUS, again, that link is down below in the description of the video.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
Where the game begins. Now, we also had another report that I have to tell you guys about. And listen, all these reports are rumors, you should call them, right? They're more rumors than reports because we don't know what's true. We don't know what's false. But we saw something along the lines that Julius Randle is not going to get traded. The Knicks are not interested in moving on from him. Now, does that mean it's guaranteed that he's not getting traded? No. Minds can change. Opportunities can present itself. But as receded right now, it seems like the Knicks are comfortable with Julius Randle, and they want him here. They want him to be next to Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and the boys. And I am someone who agrees. I would love Julius Randle to stay here. I think that Julius Randle makes this team better. I will die on that hill. Who wants to press your boy about that? I dare you to try. Because listen, I know Knicks fans are debating about that. Are the Knicks better without Randle? Are they better with him? Guys, they're better with Julius Randle. I mean, what are we doing? The guy's an all-star. 25, 10, and 5 does not grow on trees. He would have took pressure off of Brunson. He would have, sucked in the defense as he drives to open up the shooters for Dante. I mean, what are we doing? So, I think that the Knicks fully loaded and fully at full health with what this Knicks team already is everyone that's on this roster, including OG coming back and Hartenstein coming back. This Knicks team is deep. This Knicks team can contend with anybody. If we were healthy right now, we would be in the Eastern Conference Finals competing with the Boston Celtics. Telling you guys that right now. We'd be in there if OG didn't go down. Personally, if OG did not go down in Game 2, the Knicks would be in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. And I know that may sound like, yeah, you never know that, but OG was the difference in that series, bro. Right when OG got hurt, we had no answer for Pascal Siakam, and Pascal Siakam took over. And OG was our neutralizer of Pascal Siakam. He also was unlocking a new ability offensively. Let's not forget what OG did on the offensive side of the ball. The game he got hurt. He had 28 points in the third quarter. I was at that game. OG was knocking down shots. He was aggressive, driving to the paint. And another thing about OG, the play he got injured on, I mean, you hate that he got hurt, but the play he got hurt on tells you all you need to know about who OG is as a player, bro. It was a fast break, and this guy started sprinting so hard. Like, this guy plays so hard. It's exactly Tom Thibodeau's type of player. Unfortunately, he ran too hard to the point where his hammy got strained. But if you rewatch that play, he got hurt. He was hustling. That is a player I like to see. And another thing about OG that he showed his character, this guy tried to play in Game 7. He was half of himself, and he was trying to play, and he hit 2 shots. He was 2 for 2. One of the shots was like a fadeaway, and this guy was playing with one leg. That just shows you how all-in OG is. I think the Knicks would be smart to offer him that deal, and I think they will. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button for your boy here on Knicks Media. We're live on a Saturday, May 25th. It's Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend with your family, with your friends. Have a good off day on Monday. Let's go. Keith says, we don't need any major shakeups. Got to see what we have at least next year with full health. Absolutely. A warrior. Absolutely. We would be in the conference finals if he was here. Absolutely. I could not agree more. And I hate that people are saying, like, that's an excuse. It's just the reality. Kelvin's in the chat, my man. Julius being injured has given him a chance to see the speed that he gonna need to play with next season. I say we should run it back. Maybe replacing bench players. Yeah, I mean, even replacing bench players, I want Deuce to stay. I want Mitchell Robinson to stay. Josh Hart will come off the bench if we're fully healthy with OG and Julius Randle healthy. I just think we need to just load up. I don't know if we need an additional player. I think the additional players we need is in the draft. You draft players. That's the players that you want to come off the bench in a rotational role. Situational role, they call it. That's how I'm looking at it. I may be complacent. I may be, like, missing something. Yes, could the Knicks be aggressive and go after a star? I see trades everywhere. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. Oh, Devin Booker. This guy, that guy. I don't know, man. There's something about this Knicks team. The way it's constructed, the chemistry is absolutely off the charts. Draft and develop. You see, the Knicks are where they are today because of how well they've drafted and developed. Even though a lot of the players they drafted and developed are not in the team anymore, it is the reason why the Knicks are constructed the way that they are. Started with Mitchell Robinson. Now he's still here. And then R.J. Barrett. And then Emmanuel Quickley and Obi Toppin. And then Quentin Grimes and Deuce McBride and Jericho Sims. All those players were drafted here, developed here, and traded for players that can fit this team or stay on this team that help impact winning, like Mitch and Deuce. Randall is as good as any of those players. Julius ain't going nowhere. Guys, please go smash the like button. Thank you, Kelvin. You're my man. Kelvin is my #1 fan. Kelvin, we got 21 likes. How many likes do you want, Kelvin? I definitely don't want to hear about the Paul George noise. Yeah, I mean, Paul George is not fit, Tibbs. I'm sorry. We need somebody to play 110%, stay healthy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not on the PG-13 wave. I mean, PG's a good player. I'm not saying anything about him, but does he fit what we do here? Does he fit? Who is he replacing? OG? No, thank you. Kelvin says, that's who I'm talking about, not rotation players. I think we keep Jacob Toppin and lose another bench. Yeah. Yeah, I think the players we want to replace are like Charlie Brown. And those guys with some draft picks. Yeah, PG-13 is just too old. I mean, listen, he's a good player. The Clippers were really good this year, even though they got bounced in the first round. But, by the way, is Paul George a free agent? I don't even know. Let me see. Oh, so he is going to be an unrestricted free agent. I don't know how the Knicks can even afford him. The only way the Knicks go after PG-13 is if the Knicks miss out on OG Anunoby. That's the only way. And I'm not about that. I'd rather the Knicks resign OG, which is what we're talking about. Richie, have a great holiday. Love you, bro. You too, Corey. Have a great holiday. Have a great holiday. It's never available, Keith. I agree. Well, folks, I wanted to go live to break down the Knicks' latest offseason rumors and reports. Again, OG is expected to return. The Knicks got to hope that Hartenstein does not want to take more money to play elsewhere. The Knicks can offer Hartenstein a contract right after the NBA Finals. Okay, Julius Randle is not expected to be traded. The Knicks are expected to sign Jalen Brunson to a contract extension. A lot of good news coming out for the Knicks, and we shall see. So we're going to wrap up the show here, guys. Enjoy your holiday weekend. My name is Richie from Knicks Media. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video/stream. Happy holidays. I love you all, and let's go Knicks. Peace out.